dawn breaks over the Kingdom Valley, its medieval streets slowly awakening under a sky painted with ember oranges and deep blacks. A wide vista reveals the kingdom nestled in a lush valley, a peaceful realm beginning to stir. The streets are quiet, holding the stillness of early morning, as life begins to trickle through. High on a distant mountain peak, a dragon silhouette watches over the kingdom. Motionless and imposing, the dragon stands sentinel, an ancient guardian in the muted dawn light. The dragon's silhouette, a dark omen or silent protector, dominates the horizon, its presence a constant watch. Golden sunlight bathes the valley fields as farmers work with practiced ease, their movements a dance passed down through generations. The joyous sound of children's laughter fills the air as they weave through the bustling marketplace, their games echoing through the stalls. Merchants display their colorful wares, creating a vibrant tapestry of goods and chatter under the open sky. Peace and prosperity reign in the valley, a testament to the villagers' hard work and unity. A dragon's silhouette looms distantly on the mountain, a constant reminder of nature's power, yet largely ignored by the village. Centuries blur in a montage, the mountain peak a silent witness to time's relentless march. A dark silhouette, the dragon circles, its shadow, a constant presence over the valley below. Armies retreat, their formations scattered like dust before the ancient guardian. Cities rise, towers pierce the sky under the dragon's watchful gaze, symbols of ambition and civilization. Silent and steadfast, the dragon remains, a guardian never unleashing its full might upon the kingdom. Sunlight floods the castle hall as king sits on his throne, a symbol of regal authority amidst the soft murmur of diplomacy. Emissaries approach, bearing gifts, their respectful bows, a testament to the kingdom's prosperity and peace. The air is filled with hushed tones as tapestries depicting flourishing trade reflect the kingdom's wealth. The dragon's name is a whispered secret, a subtle undercurrent beneath the veneer of royal ceremony. A sense of abundance permeates the hall, masking unspoken fears with displays of power and diplomatic courtesy. The marketplace buzzes, a kaleidoscope of colors and sounds, as merchants hawk wares and townsfolk bustle through the crowded stalls. Laughter rings out, mingling with the clatter of coins and the lively bartering, a symphony of everyday life unfolding. Unnoticed, life goes on against the backdrop of a distant mountain. The sun beats down upon the oblivious crowd, unaware of the looming threat on the horizon. In the distance, the silhouette of a dragon rests atop the mountain, a silent predator, watching over the vibrant scene below. In the king's chambers, an aging monarch stands silhouetted against the dark sky, a figure of lonely contemplation. He gazes out at the distant silhouette of a dragon, its form a looming threat against the night. Doubt etches deep lines into his face, a stark map of worry reflecting the kingdom's plight. The weight of his crown presses heavily as he contemplates the coming storm. Shadowed halls conceal whispering figures, their secrets veiled by the gloom and flickering torchlight. Torches cast eerie shadows, twisting across cold stone, as a sense of dread settles over the kingdom. Suspicion permeates the air, a creeping fog of unease, obscuring every intention and motive. In the darkened corridors, every shadow seems to hold a hidden truth, every whisper a veiled threat. High on a mountain peak, a dragon watches from afar as darkness blankets the kingdom below. Unrest stirs within the kingdom. Shadows dance with fear, a silent scream in the night. The dragon's silhouette stands stark against the moonlit sky, a dark omen, a silent, watchful presence. The dragon looms as a harbinger of chaos and change. Inside the bustling merchant's shop, a merchant's face burns red with fury as he gestures wildly, his anger echoing through the crowd. They came out of nowhere, A blaze of fire, and my caravan, gone. Scorched earth is all that remains, the merchant cries. Whispers ripple through the crowd as the merchant recounts the tale of a dragon's fiery wrath devastating his caravan. Worry etches deep lines on the faces of the merchants and patrons, fear igniting in their eyes as they listen to the grim account. Under the vast sky, a lone shepherd shields his eyes, squinting at the distant, ominous hills. His weathered face trembles as he points a gnarled finger, a silent alarm cutting through the serene landscape. The air crackles with an unseen energy, a harbinger of dread that sets the scene for impending chaos. I swear, I saw it. Fire in the hills. It's the dragon, I tell you. The shepherd's frantic cry shatters the calm. Whispers turn to shouts as fear ignites the nearby village, the name Dragon spreading like wildfire. Sunlight floods the castle classroom through arched windows, illuminating a dance of dust motes in the air. A child, barely 10, sits opposite his tutor, whose youthful face is already lined with deep worry. The child's voice is small but firm, filled with dread. The dragon's shadow lingered too long over my house. The tutor listens intently, his silence heavy with unspoken fears and the weight of responsibility. Torches flicker in the council chamber, casting dancing shadows that heighten the counselor's unspoken anxieties. The air hangs heavy, thick with dread, as each counselor shifts, their eyes betraying their fear. Eyes dart around the room, each counselor expecting an unseen attack. The polished oak table reflects the nervous energy, smooth from years of tense deliberations. Long shadows stretch and contort, painting the faces of the counselors with fear and uncertainty. Unspoken anxieties fill the chamber, a palpable tension that threatens to erupt at any moment. Against the dark canvas of night, ballistae rise silently on the castle walls, their shadows stretching towards the dragon's distant mountain. Massive forms stand ready, a silent promise of defense etched against the starlit sky. Subtle movements betray the quiet preparations as soldiers work with a practiced, almost secretive, efficiency. Each adjustment is precise, a dance of war, performed in hushed anticipation. The castle walls become a stage for a silent vigil, awaiting the dawn and the dragon's potential wrath. Inside the blacksmith, shadows dance in the flickering firelight. The air crackles with heat, the scent of burning coal heavy. Molten metal glows with a fierce intensity. Sparks erupt in showers. The forge's heart beats with fiery breath. Weapons take shape in the inferno. In the war room, candlelight flickers across maps detailing the dragon's advance, casting long, ominous shadows. The large table is covered in military plans, each a desperate strategy against the encroaching threat. The gravity of the situation hangs heavy, illuminated by the stark, dancing candlelight. Each shadow seems to whisper of the dragon's might, a looming presence in the dimly lit room. High on the mountain peak, the dragon watches, a silent, looming silhouette against the vast, starlit sky. Below, the kingdom prepares for war, unaware of the ancient eyes observing their every move. The dragon remains unmoving, a timeless guardian or a looming threat, its intentions veiled in shadow. The fate of the kingdom hangs in the balance, watched over by the silent dragon. Dawn breaks, casting long shadows across the council chamber, highlighting the gravity etched on each counselor's face. A palpable tension fills the vast chamber as the final, fateful vote begins. Each counselor rises, their voice resonating with conviction as they justify the preemptive strike. Echoes of safety and necessity reverberate, masking the underlying moral conflict. The weight of their decision hangs heavy, a grim dawn for both sides. The die is cast, and the fate of their people now hangs precariously in the balance. Dawn breaks over the castle walls, painting the ancient stones in hues of gold and rose. A ballista stands ready, a silent sentinel against the approaching darkness. With a thunderous roar, a massive bolt is unleashed, tearing through the morning sky. The bolt streaks across the vast expanse, a tiny projectile against the backdrop of the dragon's mountain. The fate of the kingdom hangs in the balance, riding on the wings of this solitary shot. Dawn breaks on a mountain peak as lightning strikes a dragon's wing. The dragon recoils, its massive body thrown off balance by the electric assault. Restrained by an unseen force, the wounded dragon cannot escape. Fire burns in the dragon's eyes, a silent inferno of rage held captive within its gaze. In the valley, faces turn skyward as the dragon is struck, a moment of collective breath held in anticipation. Cheers erupt from some, a triumphant roar echoing through the valley as the dragon falls. Yet, apprehension lingers in the eyes of others, a silent question hanging in the air. The valley is divided, celebration and fear intermingling under the vast sky. A watchful gaze peers out from the crowd, a storm of mixed emotions brewing within. High atop the mountain peak, a solitary dragon casts a long shadow against the rising sun. Its massive form slowly pivots, turning its back on the once threatened kingdom below. With a powerful beat of its leathery wings, the dragon ascends, a symbol of both fear and freedom. Against the vast canvas of the sky, its silhouette fades into the horizon, leaving behind only whispers. Across the borderlands, a silent boundary shatters as enemy armies surge forward, their shadows darkening the once peaceful plains. The horizon trembles with the advance of countless soldiers, a wave of steel and fury crashing upon vulnerable lands. Each footstep echoes the death knell of an era, as ancient hatreds awaken and the land braces for war. A once unthinkable tide of aggression sweeps across the border, leaving trails of fear and uncertainty. The land lies exposed, its fragile peace now shattered by the thunderous march of war, an end to generations of silence. The city gates splinter and fall, a symbol of the city's impending doom under the brutal assault. Enemy soldiers surge into the streets, their numbers endless, like a dark, relentless tide. Steel glints under the harsh daylight as the invaders claim the city, their advance unstoppable. The air fills with the sounds of war, a symphony of destruction echoing through the fallen city. Each footstep of the enemy soldiers resonates like a death knell, signaling the city's demise. The once proud city is now a battlefield, a testament to the invaders' overwhelming power. City streets ablaze, buildings consumed not by dragon fire, but by a more ordinary, terrifying inferno. Flames dance and writhe, casting long, eerie shadows that stretch and distort familiar urban landscapes. The sky looms, a vast, empty expanse, offering no comfort, no solace, just indifferent space. Smoke billows, a dark shroud obscuring any hope, any sign of rescue amidst the burning chaos. Sunlight pierces the temple's high windows, illuminating dust motes in the silent air. On worn stone, figures kneel, heads bowed, their silent prayers unanswered. Lips move, forming desperate pleas that echo in the vast, empty temple. No shadow stirs, no divine presence answers their fervent cries. The air hangs heavy with unspoken desperation, a tangible weight in the hallowed space. The mountain peak looms, silent, under the vast sky. An empty domain stretches out, bereft of its guardian. The kingdom lies exposed, vulnerable in the light of day. A stillness hangs in the air, heavy with unspoken anticipation. The absence of the dragon casts a long shadow over the land. Years after destruction, the ruined city stands as a skeletal testament to a forgotten kingdom. Blackened stones, and fractured monuments line the path, shadows of their former glory. Travelers cautiously navigate the desolate landscape, ghosts among ghosts. The wind whispers through the ruins, carrying tales of a lost civilization. Flickering candlelight dances across the ruined tavern, illuminating dust motes and weary travelers huddled around a meager fire. The travelers' faces are etched with curiosity as they peer at the blackened stones of the hearth. Traveler 1 asks, "Why are the stones so blackened? It looks like they were burned from the inside." Traveler 2 shivers, responding, "Aye, a strange darkness clings to this place." An old man's gaze sweeps over the group. It's a long tale, friends. A tale of a kingdom that killed its guardian. Ash drifts, a silent snow in the all-encompassing darkness. The empty sky stretches, a vast canvas of despair. Nothing but endless twilight and despair. The air hangs still, heavy, with the scent of ash and the weight of silence. A desolate battlefield stretches under a grim sky, littered with the bleached bones of fallen warriors. The skeletons, scattered like macabre chess pieces, narrate a silent saga of a kingdom's folly. Sunlight glints off the stark white remains, a haunting reminder of a battle long lost and dearly paid. The wind whispers through the skeletal remains, carrying tales of valor, defeat, and the kingdom's end. Inside the royal vault, empty treasure chests are strewn across the cold stone, a stark symbol of the kingdom's vanished wealth. A single ray of light pierces through a crack, illuminating dust motes dancing in the silent air. The vault stands as a hollow shell, echoing the loss that permeates the kingdom. Each scattered chest whispers tales of riches now gone, leaving only emptiness. The cold stone floor reflects the kingdom's bleak future, devoid of the treasures it once held. Under a merciless sun, overgrown fields stretch endlessly, a silent testament to the kingdom's decay. Abandoned farms dot the horizon, their decaying structures casting long, ominous shadows. The desolate landscape speaks of forgotten harvests and broken dreams. A stillness hangs in the air, broken only by the rustling of weeds in the fields. Each decaying structure whispers tales of hardship and abandonment. The sun beats down, magnifying the desolation and amplifying the kingdom's silent despair. The ancient castle walls stand defiant against the sky, a silent testament to battles fought and kingdoms lost. Sunlight streams through the broken ramparts, highlighting the deep cracks etched into the stone by time and war. From atop the crumbling towers, the kingdom stretches out, a vulnerable expanse under the watchful gaze of weathered stone. Wind whispers through the empty arrow slits, carrying echoes of past sieges and the kingdom's fading glory. Sunlight filters through the dense canopy, illuminating a forest reclaimed by nature. A deer cautiously steps into a clearing, its eyes scanning the surroundings. Wildflowers bloom amidst the ruins of what was once a paved road. A family of foxes playfully chase each other through the undergrowth. Overgrown vines crawl over the skeletal remains of abandoned buildings. The wind whispers through the trees, carrying the scent of untamed wilderness. Jagged peaks pierce the sky, casting long shadows over the treacherous mountain pass below. A winding road snakes through bandit country, promising danger at every turn. Rough-looking bandits lie in wait, their faces etched with sun and wind. Their hardened eyes scan the road with predatory focus, seeking unsuspecting travelers. The air hangs heavy with anticipation, a silent promise of ambush and violence. In a dim hut, a family huddles, fear etched on their faces. A single candle flickers, casting eerie shadows that dance across the humble walls. The darkness amplifies their terror. Every creak and groan of the hut echoes like a threat. Eyes wide, they cling to each other, seeking solace in shared dread. The night deepens, and their fear intensifies. Under a merciless sun, the town square bakes, its desolation stretching to the horizon. Dust devils swirl, mocking the stillness with their fleeting dance across the cracked earth. Figures are sparse, their presence swallowed by the vast emptiness. Long, skeletal shadows stretch and distort, painting the scene with an eerie melancholy. The very air seems to crackle, with the weight of forgotten stories and unspoken despair. A vast graveyard unfolds, a silent testament to war's toll. Weathered headstones stand row upon row. Each marker whispers forgotten names, a somber echo of lives sacrificed. The weight of history presses down, a heavy silence blanketing the field of stone. Sunlight struggles to pierce the gloom, casting long shadows across the solemn ground. A place of remembrance, where the earth remembers the price of peace. A polluted river sluggishly winds through the ruined kingdom, its waters stained with grime. Debris floats listlessly on the murky surface, a testament to the kingdom's downfall. The air hangs heavy and still, thick with the cloying stench of decay and despair. The very landscape seems to weep, reflecting the sorrow and ruin of the fallen kingdom. The sun beats down mercilessly on the parched earth. Cracked soil stretches as far as the eye can see. Skeletal remains of trees claw at the sky. Whispers of wind carry sand across the desolate landscape. The once lush valley, now a graveyard of memories. A haunting silence echoes in the barren desert. A lone tree braves the elements, standing defiant against the vast sky. Its branches reach out like gnarled fingers, grasping at the boundless horizon. Sunlight bathes the mountaintop, illuminating the tree's solitary majesty. The wind whispers tales of endurance through its leaves, a testament to resilience. The sun descends, a molten gold river pouring across the horizon, evoking the memory of dragon's fire. Crimson and gold hues clash in the sky, as if the sunset itself is a dragon's last breath. Shadows lengthen, stretching like the claws of a beast across the land. A solemn end to the day. The fiery spectacle fades, leaving behind a twilight whisper of legends and ancient powers. Sunlight streams into the ruined library, illuminating dust motes dancing among scattered, unread books. Torn pages litter the floor, whispers of forgotten tales swallowed by decay. Empty shelves stand like skeletal remains, a silent testament to lost knowledge. The air hangs heavy, with the scent of aged paper and the ghosts of countless stories. A single shaft of light falls upon a forgotten tome, its secrets buried beneath layers of dust. The ruined library stands as a solemn monument to the ravages of time and neglect. Under a vast sky, a broken windmill stands defiant, its tattered sails a testament to time's passage. The weathered wood groans softly in the breeze, a haunting melody of forgotten industry. Around its base, the field is a riot of weeds, nature reclaiming what was once meticulously ordered. A stark symbol against the horizon, the windmill whispers tales of bygone eras and lost dreams. Under the vast, indifferent sky, a tattered scarecrow stands solitary, a silent sentinel over the barren field. Its faded clothes flutter in the breeze, a ghostly dance against the backdrop of desolation. The scarecrow's vacant eyes stare ahead, reflecting the emptiness of the abandoned land. A symbol of forgotten harvests, it remains steadfast, a haunting reminder of dreams left to wither. The sun beats down, casting long shadows that stretch and distort, adding to the eerie solitude. Under the relentless sun, a desolate well stands stark against the parched land. Cracked earth surrounds the well, a visual testament to the kingdom's desperate thirst. The well's wooden frame is weathered and worn. Deep shadows within the well hint at the emptiness below. Dust devils swirl around the dry well, mirroring the kingdom's despair. The barren landscape stretches endlessly, emphasizing the kingdom's plight. Dust settles on the cracked face of a ruined statue, a king's forgotten legacy crumbling under the harsh sun. The statue's broken form lies prone, a silent testament to fallen glory and the relentless passage of time. Sand whispers around the edges of the fallen monument, nature reclaiming what was once a symbol of power, a stark reminder of mortality. The statue's fractured pieces scatter, blending into the desolate landscape. A desolate battlefield stretches under the unforgiving sun, stained crimson with the blood of fallen warriors. Lying amidst the carnage, a broken sword glints, its cracked steel a symbol of shattered hopes. The sun beats down on the fractured blade, a silent witness to defeat and despair. Each imperfection tells a story of a battle lost, a dream crushed, a future stolen. Desolation reigns as wind sweeps across the ash, a haunting testament to a city erased from existence. Silent, gray dunes stretch to the horizon, where vibrant life once thrived. Scattered remnants hint at a forgotten world, a stark reminder of fragility. The sun beats down on the lifeless expanse, casting long shadows that dance in the solitude. A vast, empty sky stretches endlessly, devoid of color and emotion. Darkness begins to creep in, slowly consuming the light, a silent promise of the unknown. Power watches, patient and still, a silent observer of the world's unfolding drama. A kingdom's hubris blinds it, forgetting the very essence of its survival. The embers of the past glow faintly, a reminder of the fire that once burned brightly. The empty sky fades to black, leaving only the echoes of forgotten wisdom.